Bill Maher gives CNN host a reality check. I don't know if you guys knew this, but if you have a political party that you affiliate yourself with, does not mean you have to agree with every single thing they put out, every single position they have. And he's exposed this for years now, saying that the left, I didn't leave the left left me. They've gotten a little extreme, they've gotten really insane, and I'm gonna call it out. But before we get into the video, I want to remind you guys to subscribe to Resist the Mainstream because it ensures to YouTube that you are enjoying our videos, and then that way it will continually show up in your feed and it'll push it out to more people. I'm Titus, let's get into this video.
In the middle of your book, you write, some people think I've changed. I assure you I have not. I'm still the same unmarried, childless, pot-smoking libertine I always was. I have many flaws, but you can't accuse me of maturing.
Now, that sounds like a really funny, good book.
So I want to put to you, because I know you like listening to disagreement, people who say to me, and there are many who say, I loved Bill Maher, but he has matured too much. He's become cranky. He's become crotchety. He's become one of those old guys who says,
really?
The kids are crazy. It was better in my day. What do you say to them?
Wait, I love Bill Maher, but he's matured too much. That's something people say. You want people to say like an adolescent? Like, what do you want people to be immature? He's matured too much. He's gotten too sensible. He's making too much sense, and we don't like that. We need a loose cannon. We need someone who's just gonna go off the wall. What do you mean? What does that even mean? He's matured too much? Isn't that the goal?
They're wrong. I mean, they're wrong, and the kids are crazy. It's interesting. They have this idea, the younger generation, maybe every generation does, that just because something is new makes it better. And that's not true. New is not synonymous with better.
But you're sounding like an old-fashioned conservative.
Okay. I heard a couple of people say, or maybe they wrote it online, that, well, I'm a hypocrite because you were for the demonstrators in 1968 or whatever it was when they were demonstrating against the Vietnam War. Yeah, that was very different. First of all, the students weren't against their own. These students were threatening other students. That didn't happen in the Vietnam War. And being against the Vietnam War made sense. It was a war that we probably should not have been in.
But let me ask you...
This is demonstrating and protesting for a terrorist group. I mean, Hamas is...
Well, to be fair, a lot of students aren't doing that. There are a lot of outside, people have mixed together what students are doing, what outside protesters are doing. But let me ask you...
Back in the day, it was not the same thing. The way they treated it was like, I would protest this, and then that's it. I'm letting you know, acknowledging that this is wrong. I'm not acting a fool and being a threat and danger to other people, endangering other people's space while they're at school. Back then it was different. Now it's just a straight unhinged behavior that is unacceptable and should not be acknowledged or should not be seen as something noble or good. It's not. It's terrible what they're doing there.
Broader question, which is, a lot of people will say, look, this is how you get change. It's noisy. Some people say the wrong thing. Some people go too far. But the whole tradition of this kind of expansion of rights, it's messy, it's chaotic. There's probably a bunch of excess, as there probably was in the 60s. There was the Black Panthers and the Weathermen and things like that. But they think of you as somebody who was, you were okay with all that, but you've turned.
I haven't turned. Yes, people have said to me, you make fun of the left more than you used to. And guilty, I have, because the left has changed. Now, the right has changed also, and even worse. I mean, the right doesn't believe in democracy anymore. I mean, they've thrown their lot in with this sociopath named Donald Trump, who only thinks elections count when we win. Okay, well, that's worse. But it's not like the left.
As if the original election denier is literally Hillary Clinton. She said you can either run the perfect campaign, you could be the nominee, and you can still have the election stolen from you. She said that. Hillary Clinton, your Lord and Savior. Like, what do you... No, and here's the thing, conservatives have not gotten worse. If anything, they've become less all the things that he doesn't even like about conservatism. Like, there's less people that are Christian, there's more people that are willing to be pro-choice, like, which are things that I'm opposed to. I don't like the conservatives, and that movement has changed a little more, honestly, more left. Everything's been going a little more left. What he's saying makes no sense. We're not worse. But in order to acknowledge that the left has gone unhinged, he has to, because he doesn't want to get canceled. He likes playing on the fence. He likes playing both sides. He has to say that. He has to say, in order for me to roast the left, I must say the right is also unhinged and whatever. When he knows that's not true.
Left hasn't changed also. So I'm going to call it out wherever I see it. I mean, there are things that have to do with, gender and race and free speech and just ideas about, you can be healthy at any weight, and gender is always a social construct, and maybe we should give communism another try, and maybe we should get rid of capitalism and the border patrol, and let's tear down statues of Lincoln and get rid of the police. Just, no. It's not that I've gotten old, it's that your ideas are stupid, okay?
Common sense is still common sense.
Yes, common sense is common sense, and I'm going to call it out wherever it is on the spectrum.
Let me ask you.
That's so true. So unhinged. So unhinged. I can't believe that we got to that point, The police brutality, they're not police brutality, the defunding the police, as if these people aren't like the ones that are responsible for keeping you safe. It's unhinged behavior, the left. And again, he always has to come against the right too, just in order to justify his position on the left. I have another video I want to show you here with Bill Maher talking to another person about the insanity of modern day liberalism. So let's check this out.
So this is where we pivot, okay? So I think we can agree that liberals are concussed with wokeness. We know that. But, I mean, which party do you think is actually more dangerous?
Definitely the Republicans. I mean, when people say you make fun of the...
See the diversity of the crowd.
So he always has to say that first. He has to talk about the Republicans and how they're bad and everything, and then get to the real point of things, because the left are the ones that are insane.
We don't have to make a rally out of it, but we could. No, I mean, when they say you make fun of the left, well, yes, because, they went nuttier. So obviously, so did the Republicans. Mm-hmm. But, 5 years ago, nobody was demonstrating for Hamas and stuff like that. I'm gonna go where the funny is as a comedian. But that doesn't make me a Republican. They went nuttier, the left, and then they blame me for noticing it. If I notice how unproductive it is to make everything about identity politics, that doesn't make me a Republican. It makes me an honest broker. If I notice all the oversensitivity and the cancel culture and the victim culture and the pointless white self-loathing and all this kind of, forcing complex ideas about race and gender on kids who can't spell yet. If I notice all that, it doesn't make me a Republican. I would never be a Republican for all the reasons I never have been.
Yeah, stop the cap, bro. All these things are unhinged. The identity politics, trying to teach these young children all these complex ideas. They're learning how to read and write, but you're trying to tell them that they're like displaying microaggressions to their 3-year-old like classmate. Like, it's insane what's happening. And he sat there and says, oh yeah, Republicans are so much worse, but wow, single-handedly pointing out all the reasons for why the left lost and why they're crazy right now. But okay, Bill Maher, we'll play your game. We'll play along. You'd hate Republicans. They're so bad and evil. Okay. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to comment down your thoughts below. I want to know what you guys are thinking. Is Bill Maher just a guy who likes to play on both sides, or is he genuinely believing the positions that he's stating at the time in which he stated them? I want to know your thoughts on that, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.